Guys, this is the inverted T-tail is what they call it, and we are running it like a jet with dual elevator servos. We did have to use a servo reverser to get them both going the same way, but there's two servos controlling the elevator on this baby. And we got no GoPro, 4S 3300 all the way up to the nose. Will balance it surprisingly.
Don't fucking patronize me. All right, here we go. Oh, I was on the right page. And lo, Beryl held aloft her hand, and spake she in a voice that rippled through the tall grasslands, like the uninvited breath of the stranger's hound on the exposed leg beneath the outdoor cafe table. Consider your fingertip, spake Beryl, and onward she spake. Your fingertip is currently harboring tens of millions of living organisms. Just the tip of your finger. Consider that for a moment. Now consider that your entire body is home to 100 trillion non-human cells. Each of you carry around 4.4 million non-human genes. 90% of who you are is not actually who you are. Her words rang out across the valley. Microbes, my brothers and sisters. I'm talking about microbes. Now, consider your fingertip is planet Earth, and the rest of your body is the surrounding universe, allowing for the limitless possibilities that presents. Given the choice, would you doom your species to evolutionary stagnation on the tip of a finger? Or would you prefer to see some really fucking cool shit? Cool shit? Fair enough. I had a really fucked up thing. Stay with me. A really fucked up thing happened to me on this missionary tour. I had a near-death experience recently, actually, quite recently. I genuinely nearly died. What happened was I nearly died from food poisoning, which is a bullshit way to die. What are people going to say about me when I'm gone? Yeah, well, he always did make poor menu choices. what happened to me was I ate something funky in that giant food court at that massive shopping mall where all the obnoxious bogans go and they're really rude to the staff. You know the big fucking mall? What's it called? The really big one? No, not Westfield. The other one. What's it called? The massive. People are assholes. You know. No, not that one. Fuck. What's it called? Barley. It's called Barley. So I was in. I ate something in Bali, right? And it disagreed with me to the point that I got salmonella. And it was so serious that I got an abscess on my spleen and had to have my fucking spleen removed. I know. If you don't know what the spleen does, by the way, it filters your blood and it helps in the fight against nasty bacteria. It's kind of like the organ equivalent of a nightclub bouncer. You don't really need it, and no one really likes it. But if it's not there, someone's gonna get their dick out on the dance floor.
Runcam, and in this video we're going to be checking out the Runcam Phoenix SP2. So this is an analog FPV camera, and I know a lot of people have moved over to digital, but there are still plenty of people also using analog and people who still use both. So why not check out a new camera? So this is a Runcam Phoenix 2 SP, which is slightly different to the old Phoenix 2. Basically, it has more television lines. The other thing is this is a Starlight camera, so we'll put that to the test in a bit. But let's get in the box and have a quick look. Okay, so this is a sort of standard size cardboard box, and inside we have a little card which has got links to the manual and also a support email address, which that's quite a nice touch. Right, let's get rid of this bit first because this is probably the least interesting part. So we have got our cables. So there are 6 screws in there for if you want to screw the camera in. There's a couple of spares. Okay, so here's the cable. I've got it out of the bag to make it easier. This end obviously plugs in the camera. We have this blue end here which can plug into a remote. The extension is probably so you could wire it up to a flight controller so you can control it directly from a UART. And this end is to go to your VTX. Next up we have the camera. Keep hold of this foam, it's nice for sticking over barrows. This is a standard 19 by 19 size micro camera, and you can see it's all labeled up quite nicely here what it is. So we have our voltage in, which is 5 to 36 volts. That's a massive range. And then we have a ground.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here and checking out the stream. Just hanging out today. I was going to go fly this weekend. Yesterday it was kind of a little bit of a screw up. A couple things went wrong for both me and Conrad, Falcon Rad. We're doing some long range, and we really didn't get to do any flights. So I think he did 2 flights, and they weren't the greatest. He was not feeling it, and my FPV camera wasn't working.
Like a 2-screw each side layout, but yeah, this is
Welcome in, everybody. Rabbis, FPV Avery, EBR, Koala, Kevin James. Hope you guys are all doing awesome on a Sunday morning, afternoon.
It's slightly bigger than the cameras that have got a 1/3 size sensor, but it is a fair amount smaller than the 1/1.2.
I really like these cameras. These are one of my favorite cameras to use.
In a minute, we'll compare this to
I make really good quality cameras.
A 1/3 sensor. so it's fairly close. So the image will be fairly comparable. So got a rolling shutter. You can switch between PAL and NTSC. You can switch between 4.3 and 16:9. It's got global wide dynamic range. It can do color and black and white for day or night modes, and it can be controlled via the cable. The current consumption is 120 milliamps at 5 volts and 220 milliamps at 12 volts. And the weight is 7.5 grams. So that is the basic specs of this camera. But what we're going to do is actually power it up and have a look. Now, this is my first time reviewing an FPV camera. I've used loads of them, but this is the first time doing a review. Now, I'm not going to try and do a latency test because I don't really have the equipment to do it. And
yeah, it's not the best weather outside either right now, too. We got a lot of fog and kind of like drizzle this morning. I was going to go out flying today, but it would have been a lone mission.
Is this rather janky test rig. Now, I admit this thing looks absolutely terrible, but it works. And what it means is
I just want to see the testing of it.
And this one here is the run.
Because I use the front cam Phoenix on a bunch of my drones. I never was a big Foxeer fan. I always felt the quality just wasn't the same.
So that's a bit darker. Main monitor here. The run cam might be slightly better. Actually, no. The Foxeer is actually still winning in the nighttime, even though this is not, from what I can see on the specs, it's not a Starlight camera. Let's go mental. And of course, I'm not going to be able to see how good this is. But
yeah, the run cam looks too green.
So literally, maybe my webcam can pick something up. I've just got the light from my computer keyboard, lights on the flashing receiver and the Beck, and that's it. So there's the keyboard as we go.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't use this one.
They both seem to recover quickly from that. But anyway,
but for daylight, it looks way better.
Up to you to decide.
Looks more clear in daylight.
Obviously, this is not being transmitted over the air. This is using the direct signal.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the cameras into my computer. So this is as pure as we can get for the cameras.
But all these cameras have adjustments. They all those controllers
right, so
plug in the back.
This video, I still don't know what the actual proper results are. I've only been going from a small screen on my
Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a motor testing video for those of us who like to fly slightly larger quads like this AOS 7. We're going to be looking at 5 different 7-inch motors of around a 2806.5 size, and we're going to be seeing how they compare against each other, which ones are the best for your build, and which ones you should definitely avoid. It's a lot to cover in one video, so let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into it. All right, so before we dive into the test results, let me take you through the motors we've got here. 5 different motors from 4 manufacturers, starting with the iFlight Zing 2 3106. This has a bit of a wider and a shorter.
I thought about buying these for a bigger 8-inch build.
With a 1200 kV rating. It's got a Unibel design, and it's the heaviest motor that we're going to be looking at today. It weighs 59.3 grams with 7-inch wires. The next motor we're going to be looking at is the T-Motor F90 long range. This is a 1300 kV motor with a 2-piece bell design, and it's the lightest motor that we have on test today. It's 45.9 grams.
Cheers, everybody.
7-inch wires. This is the Flyfish Flash 2806.5. It's a 1350 kV motor with a Unibel design, and it comes in middle of the road in terms of weight. It weighs. I
don't think I've ever had these ones before.
With 7-inch wires. The next motor is the iFlight Zing 2806.5. iFlight have been making this motor for a long time. It's a very popular motor in a standard 1300 kV, and it weighs 50.8 grams with 7-inch wires. The final motor we're going to be looking at is the RCM Power Smooks 2806 Plus.
Oh, really? You just watched it?
2806.5 size motor, 1350 kV, and it weighs 50.7.
I'm really curious about those Zing motors that he put in the beginning.
Almost exactly the same weight as the iFlight Zing. If you're a manufacturer and you'd like me to review your motors, or you're a pilot and you'd like a particular motor tested, help me help the community.
Help me help you.
HQ. And this is a pretty typical type of prop that you would want to use on these 2806.5 motors.
I definitely prefer the Gen 10 7-inch props.
This
but
video is entirely sponsored by my patrons over on Patreon. The first thing to talk about is the kV of the motor. And kV is a really important parameter for motor performance because it dictates how much current, how many amps are required to generate a certain amount of torque.
RC and power of the best
How the
performance.
torque production
Nice.
of the motor varies with RPM. To measure kV, I spin the motor with no load at 10 volts and then divide the RPM that it achieves at full throttle by 10 to give the
But
kV.
they're also meant for like an
What we
8-inch
can see from these 5 motors is that there's quite a
frame
big
as
range of
well.
kV,
So
and also
they're
quite a big
heavy, but
range
they're
of
also
voltage
meant for
between
heavier
the
load,
stated kV
right?
and
So
the
I don't
kV
know.
under test. Looking at the iFlight Zing 2, that is stated as 1200 kV, but it actually measures
To me,
out
that's a
lot
different
lower,
motor
1125
category
kV.
because it's a totally different
Whereas
size.
the RC and Power Smooks, that is stated as 1350 kV.
I'm not sure why
and
he's
measures
even
at
testing a
1355
3106
kV,
with a
so
bunch of
almost exactly the same.
2806.5s
Looking at the Zing and the
and
Flyfish Flash,
2806s.
we can see that they both have almost exactly the same kV, 1280 kV, despite one being marked 1300.
I wonder why he did that. That's really strange.
It's not always clear, just based on what's written on the motor, which of two motors are going to have the higher or lower kV. Measure kV can have a big impact on the thrust that a motor is able to produce for a given throttle setting. To measure thrust versus throttle, I ramp the motor from 10 to 100% throttle over 10 seconds with my standard 7 by 3.5 by 3 test prop, and I measure the thrust that the motor is able to produce. What we can see is that motor kV is very closely linked to thrust, with the motor with the lowest kV, the Zing 2 3106,
Wow.
having the least thrust at all throttle settings, and the RC and Power Smooks, which has the highest kV, producing the most thrust.
I wonder how well
Interesting
it
to
would
see is that
perform with an
the
8-inch prop.
Zing, the Flyfish Flash, and the T-Motor F90 all produce very similar levels of thrust across the whole
Would it get
throttle
more
range.
thrust with an 8-inch prop
And
than a
in
7-inch
this case,
prop?
the T-Motor F90 is
I'm going
coming
to have
out
to ask these
ahead
questions out of
simply
the
because
video, I
it's the
think.
lightest weight motor of those three. Zooming in just to look at maximum thrust on my 7-inch test prop, we can see that there's quite a big range across all of these motors.
RC and power.
2 kilos with the Zing 2 3106, all the way up to 2.45 kilos for the RC and Power Smooks 2806 Plus. So if you're focused mainly on maximum performance, maximum thrust that you're going to get out of this motor and prop combination, then it's definitely worth taking a look at this chart and maybe picking something like the RC and Power Smooks. If you're a long-range pilot, you probably care more about motor efficiency than you do about the maximum thrust that a motor can achieve. And looking at this efficiency plot, you can see the efficiency of the motor over a range of mechanical power. And iFlight rule the roost here in terms of efficiency. The Zing 2 3106 and Zing 2806.5 are the most efficient motors, with the Zing 2 achieving above 80% efficiency, which is really good for a motor on this type of test. With the RC and Power motor, you can see the trade-off that they're making between performance and efficiency. The Smooks is only able to achieve about 75% efficiency.
Aha, so Zing had more efficiency.
Between the best and worst motor is a minute of flight time if you're flying long range for 20 minutes. So it can make a big difference. Choosing the right motor is definitely important if you're looking to fly for the longest possible amount of time. All right, let's dive a little bit more deeply into the performance of these motors now by looking at their torque versus RPM curves. This data is collected by using the motor to accelerate a flywheel of a known mass from 5 to 15,000 RPM and measuring the torque that the motor is able to produce during that acceleration. By looking at the torque versus motor RPM, we can get a couple of different pieces of information. The first is by looking at the peak torque. So that's the maximum torque that the motor is able to produce at any RPM. And that gives us a good measure of the kind of maximum magnetic performance of the motor. We can see that the Zing 2 3106 has the lowest peak torque value. And I guess that's to be expected. It's got that wider and flatter stator.
Yeah.
When you make a motor wider and shorter, the magnetic performance is not so good. Ideally, you want a motor that's quite tall for how wide it is.
Right.
The limitation there being motor cooling.
Makes sense.
If we look at the T-Motor F90, we can see that has really good magnetic performance. It's able to produce more than 0.325 Newton meters of torque at a maximum, at a peak. And that the other motors, the iFlight Zing, the Flyfish Flash, and the RC and Power Smooks, are all very similar in terms of peak torque, and therefore have similar magnetic.
Yeah, definitely FPE.
The second piece of information that
I'm thinking about building another long-range drone, like an 8-inch maybe. or
This
90.
is very much determined by kV, and we can see that motors with a similar kV have a similar fall off in torque with RPM, whereas motors with a higher kV have a shallower fall off, and motors with a lower kV a steeper one. Just looking at this helps to confirm what we should already know from the measured kV testing. But again, we see that the three motors here, the F90, the Zing, and the Flyfish Flash, very similar kV, with the RCM Power Smooks significantly higher and the 3106 Zing 2 slightly lower. The torque that a motor can produce is really important for motor responsiveness, and the ability of the motor to control the larger props that you use on a 7-inch, making sure they accelerate and decelerate really quickly, is important to help keep the quad stable in the air and help fight things like prop wash. Now, to measure responsiveness, I step the motor from 10 to 50% throttle and back again multiple times, and I measure the time it takes to accelerate and decelerate the prop each time, and then I average all the results together to give a number for acceleration and deceleration. Looking at a chart of motor responsiveness, the first thing to talk about is that FPV motors are able to accelerate a prop a lot faster than they're able to decelerate it. And that's simply because you can generate a larger magnetic field in the motor air gap by actively driving the stator coils. And so you get a bit more torque in acceleration than you get under braking. In general, all of these motors can achieve about 100,000 RPM per second in acceleration and about 70,000 RPM per second in braking with that 7-inch test prop. And these results are maybe giving a slight advantage to the Flyfish Flash and the RCM Power Smooks in terms of motor responsiveness, with the Zing 2 3106 being the least responsive. And honestly, that's to be expected because that wider, flatter stator is giving you a bit more inertia, a little bit less torque maybe, so the motor ends up less responsive. And that brings us neatly to the summary scores. Here we can compare across all of the motors in terms of responsiveness, torque, thrust, and efficiency. And more than that, we can look at how their performance compares to the weight of the motor. Obviously, it's no good having a motor that's very light if it doesn't give you the performance that you need. And conversely, it's no good having a motor that performs really well if it's really very, very heavy. What we're looking for is the best balance of performance versus weight. And on that front, the T-Motor F90 comes out slightly ahead of the others in this test. It offers good performance, but because the motor is very lightweight, the performance it offers per gram of motor weight is really excellent. Then we have the Flyfish Flash and the RCM Power Smooks. The RCM Power Smooks is overall the best performing motor, irrespective of weight, but it is a little bit heavier than the T-Motor F90, so that brings down its weight normalized score. And then we have the Zing 2806.5 and the Zing 2 3106. The 3106 performs acceptably well, but it's quite heavy.
Yeah, Falcon Rad's doing a lot of building and testing and flying, obviously, long range.
I hope you enjoyed it.
We definitely suggest flying a frame off him.
Before you go, consider if you want to
well, he does, really. He's starting to get
so
into
drop me a
freestyle
line,
again.
Chris at aosrc.com, and we'll set it up. That's all I have for you for today. So until next time, I wish you all
I would check out. Well, I'm printing a couple bases in different styles. Check out this fucking awesome video from Raw Crew.
It all started with the dream of building a 7-inch mountain surfing beast of a drone. I spent a month.
Have a good night at
and a whole
EBR.
day building it, only to take it outside for its first flight, and boom.
Emotional damage.
Inspiration crushed. So what went wrong with this? So I always get excited when building or getting a new part or building something new. And a 7-inch drone is a completely new thing for me.
Hey,
So on the run up to this, I had all these.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's
going on?
of all the flights. I'm
Not too much, not too much.
Learning to trust and use GPS.
Just checking out this premiere from Rob Groove.
And
Oh, sweet.
7-inch drone. It's a iFlight Chimera 7 Pro V2.
I really want to build
it's
another
DB
long-range drone.
F7B3 stack.
Really, eh? Wait,
DJI
you were saying what, like a 8 or 9 inch or
Second
something?
Yeah,
half
it'd be
of
really cool to have
branded
an 8 or a
from
9,
someone
maybe
else.
an 8, just because it's easier to buy parts for.
And
Yeah, no doubt.
had it
Yeah,
with
buddy of
a
mine just built
Goods.
built an 8-inch, and he said
Put it
he's
on
loving
a
it.
little
And
hover.
he
Yeah,
uses
right.
those RC and Power
Bought it
motors.
put it on
Oh, really?
Betaflight, and I
Yeah.
installed a third-party.
He
I
like
think I
swears
want to
by
use
those
something
smokes.
bigger.
Now, when I've previously
I feel like I'd
Sorry?
want to use something bigger.
from Betaflight
Yeah,
on
yeah. I don't like
things,
slightly bigger and heavier. Well, not heavier, but just it's a bigger build, right? So
Yeah, because I would like if I'm gonna build
and
like
boy, was I wrong.
a bigger
So I
than a
put the
7-inch,
tune
I
from
want
the
to put
sim,
like not like
same
2
sort of
GoPros, but
size
like
as
2
this
action
one.
cameras definitely on it,
Put
and
the
like
7-inch version
yeah.
I'd
7-inch
maybe
drone,
even want to
and it was
do
just flying
8S
straight
on it
from the
so that
Oh
I
wow.
could do bigger battery and
outside
bigger like longer flight times, maybe, right?
took off and
Try and
That'd be
experiment that way.
vibrating like
that'd be
crazy.
really cool. Yeah, yeah.
It was just moving like a
Because
ghost.
Conrad and I think we're getting like when we're doing our
So
mountain
my vision was
surfing, I've
very,
noticed we do like max, I think,
I
like
let the
20
throttle off
kilometers,
and the
and
thing
it's
kept
like about
going.
a
So I cut the
15,
motors
16, 18-minute
on
flight time sometimes.
Okay.
Like
the
it's good, but
GPS,
it's like not as
which
good as I think we could,
crash
you
popped
know,
off
get better with. You know,
somewhere
I think we
I was
could
never
still
gonna
fly
find it.
longer somehow.
So I then
Yeah.
spent
You
the
know,
next week just
but
But
it's
you always
also
gotta
like,
push the envelope, right?
hey, Brendan Beans, what's up, buddy?
it just destroyed all
Yeah,
the
it's all about like how he's doing his
just went
testing. It's
by
all
and I was
about
like, okay,
performance
let's
and
get this
like
going. So I
like
put
how
it,
much
I
thrust per
refreshed
weight
Betaflight
ratio
onto it,
and like
put on
everything.
the
There's so
throttle, left
much
it
like
with
that goes into it, right?
took
Like,
it
Yeah, it's a lot. It seems like a lot of math, or
yeah,
like
it's got
yeah.
some vibrations.
Well, like experimentation as well, I guess, right?
To do with
for sure,
the camera,
for sure.
the
Yeah,
There's
actually,
actually a really dope website. If you guys haven't checked out ecalc.ch, ecalc.ch, it's an amazing utility for us pilots, and it's an online calculator, and basically just like we were talking about, you can actually like um, calculate different things on here. I'm trying to scroll down to where it is.
oh yeah, for multi-rotor,
And for
Xcopter Cal.
airplanes and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you guys can check that out. There's all kinds of calculator systems you can figure out, and
Ah,
configurations and stuff like that. Motor, controller, cells, batteries, props. You put it in there, and it actually shows the graphs and everything on the bottom. It's a really neat
oh, that's
utility.
awesome.
If you haven't checked that out yet.
Yeah, very cool. So that's ecalc.ch. Yeah, yeah, nice.
Yeah, I posted a link in the chat there for you.
And once I get that installed, I believe you
Sweet.
just install it. It's like 3 wires, I think, or 4 wires.
But this is a beautiful area. I would love to fly something like this, man. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's you get a little bit of everything there. Looks like
So once I
Yeah.
get that, I will.
you get some trees, you get some chill open areas in the valley, and then you could kind of head up to those hills in the back.
Yeah, he looks like he lives like right in the middle of mountains. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And he's not far from the ocean too, because I've seen some videos of him near the ocean. I was like, wow.
Oh, he's even got a little bando rip too, eh? Like an old
Yeah, that's what I
farmhouse.
mean. Yeah, he's got everything, literally everything.
Man, that's kind of like out in the UK. There's a spot actually very similar to this where it's like it's basically like sheep land, or like there's like just like farmland, but then
Yeah,
there's like
this is the UK too, I believe. I just don't remember
Ah.
exactly where he's at. Somebody in
Damn.
the chat will remind me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I have to learn pitch tuning at some point. I do plan to build some cine lift.
Yeah, I just actually watched that Chris Rosser video. I think it was yesterday when he dropped it. I was like, oh, perfect timing. I'm like, I'm in the process of buying a 7-inch set of motors and ESC. But I mean, I think I'm just gonna go with those T motor F90s and one of those 55 amp ESCs. It seems like it's sort of a based on his findings, T motor F90s are good. And I mean, Falcon Rad's been flying those too for a bit, right?
Yeah, he gets like I don't know if he's sponsored by T Motor, but he gets a good deal off T Motor.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like,
yeah, they have a Black Friday thing on right now, so I'm gonna try and take advantage of that.
Yeah, why not? The only thing I bought for Black Friday was socks.
Nice.
2 sets. Stoked.
Nice. Are they ankle socks? Are they knee socks, or what kind of socks?
They're ankle socks, but they're like work socks, so they're warm and they're also like comfy. Like
That's
soft.
good. Nice. Honestly, it's like, man, when you're a kid, you're like, oh man, socks and underwear for Christmas. But it's like,
right?
now it's like you get socks and underwear. It's like, yes.
I'm very interested about this too. Quad Mover has a really cool video about these bird props.
Whoa.
Quad Mover always makes amazing, crazy edits of just like basic like line of sight flying. None of his drones are FPV. They're all just line of sight.
Jeez. You must really know what the front and back is.
Yep.
Jeez. It's very heli-like, isn't it?
Yeah. The way he flies it, yep.
Yeah, like the 3D heli type of stuff, yeah. Like the TikTok, like doot, 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 doot. That's freaking awesome.
I know a guy in Alberta that came here to visit and came to like do some racing multi-GP stuff.
Yeah.
He came to the flight field and he was flying his drone like that. Oh, here's another one. This one's FPV, I think. Tricopter.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Oh, it's not a tricopter. It's
a Hex.
That's a crazy build. What's up, Brett?
What in the world? Yeah, I got a buddy out in Taiwan who builds crazy ones like this. Like Hex and Octos and...
Wow.
Yeah. Why? And this is all line of sight?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Quad Mover's been flying for quite a while.
Yeah, I recognize the name. I've definitely seen that name before. Yeah, same with me, Brandon. I can basically send it out and make sure it stays in that same direction and bring it back, go to the side. As long as I keep the front at the front, I'm good. Anytime it gets turned around, I'm like, disarm, or else I'm going to lose the drone.
Another one. I wonder what these props are. I'm going to have to check them out and see if I can find them. Let's see if I can find them. It has no name yet. Prop dimensions are roughly 5 by 3.5. Photos of the prop is on Instagram. Yeah, there's no actual link to the props.
Still beta, or still in the beta stages, I guess, or like just not mass produced yet.
Yeah, but it doesn't even say who makes them yet.
Huh.
Weird.
Top secret.
Right.
Top secret bird.
I would love
props.
to be able to like, because they're basically we tapped the ground there.
Yeah.
They're basically what do they call it? Injection molded plastic. They're not, like,
are
you can't 3D print them and stuff, right? Like
no.
It's gotta be one piece. What the fuck? I didn't even see where that went.
That's just ridiculous.
That was fucking badass.
That was definitely badass.
Quad Mover.
Very cool.
Just before we get into today's...
Okay. Let's see here. Back to my camera.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. You got the fisheye on, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. This
Wide
camera
angle.
does have like a kind of like a fisheye style to it. I don't know why.
It looks like a GoPro.
Yeah, it's just a 4K webcam that I got, and it has like a built-in light. If I touch the side of it,
Oh,
it
sweet.
lights up the room if I need to.
Yeah,
but
that's pretty handy.
Yeah. What's up, Otters Dan over in Twitch? We got Twitch going on as well. If you guys want to watch on Twitch, I do some gaming on there sometimes. Get rid of this banner. And yeah, check out TeePublic. There's Black Friday sales on everything over there too as well. We got
Hell yeah.
stickers and all kinds of cool swag. And Patreon, man. Always trying to build the Patreon up so we can get more goodies out to you guys.
Yeah, you guys should definitely go check out the Teespring, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Look
TeePublic.
at this. TeePublic. Look at this. I got mine. I don't know if you guys got yours yet, but I got mine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
They got a sale on right now too, don't they?
Yep. Big time.
Yep. So guys, go get your FPV or World shirts, man. They're awesome. I got the premium cotton one or whatever.
Nice. There's good quality feeling.
Yeah, it's a little bit softer, but I bet you even just the regular shirts are nice too. So yeah.
Right on.
Go get it. Looks awesome. I can't wait to wear it. I'm gonna rock it probably Tuesday.
Nice. And is it white?
Yeah, it's white. Yep.
You should tie-dye it.
Oh yeah, true. That would be sick. That's a good idea.
Get the same colors as the logo and tie-dye it that color or something.
Oh, that'd be trippy. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I do that to a lot of shirts that I buy off of other creators.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I usually wear black shirts just because, like, I don't know. I for some reason I'm always wearing black, but I was like,
yeah,
there's some black on your logo, so I was like, no, I'm gonna get a white so it sticks out.
Oh, true.
Let me find that link. So,
I think those videos are good to go. Fuck that. Yeah, so I was working on some 3D prints over the past few days. I've been doing like stuff for Christmas for family and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've started doing a vase collection because a couple of people in the family wanted some vases. So
yeah,
this one's kind of a neat one. These are all transparent, so they kind of light up inside if you put a light in. This one kind of turned out really cool. I thought this one was going to have holes in the vase, but basically printed a very thin layer inside.
Nice.
So it's actually like you can actually fill it with water, but looks like it almost like it would be holes in it. Really cool design. And then the one that's over on the printer right now is obviously another design. But yeah, these are all going to go out to the family.
Very cool. Oh, Otter's Danger Den. He says, "Are you all Canadian?" Sounds like Cole has the accent. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'm from Canada too.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, Kazakhstan. It's funny because a lot of people. Well, I mean, a bunch of people that I've met that are from the States, so they think I don't really sound that Canadian, but I guess depends where in the States you're from.
Right.
I mean, if you go to the East Coast or you go to like the country, I feel like people sound a lot more Canadian than I do, but I'm sure I still have a bit of an accent.
I don't have an accent. You have an accent.
Yeah, you have an accent, man. Such a funny debate. It's like you try to talk to the British guys, right? And they're like, "What accent you talking about, mate?" Like,
right.
It's so funny.
Oh man.
Michigan. Okay, that's not too far. I'm in Ontario, so like right next to Michigan.
Terrible.
Terrible for taxes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to go through some footage today as well. One of the projects I was going to work on was trying to get a 2023 recap edit.
Oh, cool. Like a little synopsis of the year flying and stuff.
Right.
Best of, yeah.
So I was trying to go through some footage, and maybe I'll just share me going through footage.
Cool. Yeah.
recap. I'll start from January, which would be the beginning of the year. All right, so let's go. How am I going to do this? I can open up the video. And then I can go to screen share. You visited once Sault Ste. I can't even say that. Sault Ste. Marie, yeah.
Yeah, Salt. Although it says Salt Ste. Marie, but you say Sault Ste. Marie. Yeah.
Sault.
Yeah. Of all places to go, Sault Ste. Marie. That's an interesting choice.
Right.
I've never been there, but I hear it's kind of a interesting place.
All right. Let's see if this works. So this is a video I did at the flight field here in Coquitlam with Falconrad, and I was trying to chase him with my drone.
Yeah.
The very beginning video, it really should have been longer because I just pass each other. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
But this is just another day at the flight field. Nothing too crazy.
Another day in the life.
Number anyway.
Yeah.
But it definitely is tough to follow analog. But
oh yeah,
captured them half decently. Kind of far away, but
yeah, it's tough to see little details, I guess, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'll use any of this really. Maybe a couple little passes bys, but and then these guys were driving their RC trucks out there, RC cars.
Yeah. Man, when you do like a recap, do you just take from like your pre-existing edits then?
No, I'll probably like re-gyro flow any of the stuff that I'm gonna use, and then like take the files and like cut it and like
re-chop it up and stuff.
And stuff. Yeah, just so it's a little bit more fresh looking, at least too.
I hear ya. Yeah, because I've done a little bit of both before, and yeah, sometimes it's nice to like. It's easier to take from existing edits, obviously, but like, you know, it's a little bit nicer, I guess, if you go in and kind of customize it.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you played around with the night vision cameras? If you're talking about like the FPV analog cameras, so I run a Foxier Cat 2. Wait, Cat 2? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Foxier Cat 2. And yeah, it basically sees in the night. Like it's really good in the day, but it can literally see when there's no light. It's very, very sensitive. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, so when I was in Taiwan last year, the shop owner that I'm friends with, he only ever gets to fly at night because he works all day, and he put me onto the Cat 2. It's I like it as a camera. Like I have no complaints, but yeah, I definitely miss the I think we were talking about it in the chat a bit ago. I missed the RunCam Swift 2 days, man. Like
yeah,
CCD, I don't know, it has like a certain quality to it that sure it might not be like the highest TVL, but it has good quality. I don't know. There's something about it.
Totally.
But it seems like all these like the newer stuff for the Foxiers, and I'm assuming with the other cameras, they don't really do CCD much anymore, do they?
No, not really. Not really at all.
It's a thing of the past, right? Yeah.
Yeah. This is an old spot that's like literally like 10 minutes away from my place that I never fly anymore.
It's one of those like nice chill spot where you can do some testing and like it's close by. And I mean, nothing beats a close to home tree spot, honestly.
Right. The hard part is this park's always busy. This is kind of a random day where it wasn't. I might use some of this somewhere.
Yeah, the lighting was really nice. The lighting was really, really nice.
Bad for Life, what's up? We built a naked 03 85 mil almost a year ago. It's not bad. It's on the heavy side. The 2S. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I think it would be cool to build like a little quad, like a little mini something with I mean, I want to build like a little Cinewhoop, like something really small with a 03. Like if I'm gonna go digital, it would be likely for like some kind of Cinewhoop, because don't really need it for long range, don't really need it for freestyle. I mean, it'd be a luxury to have for freestyle and long range, I guess, but
Right.
I don't know. I still don't like. So many people complain about analog, and I'm just like, man, analog's fine. Like, I don't know. For a huge amount of scenarios, I mean, for all the flying I've ever done, analog's been great. Like, yeah.
Totally. This probably won't ever make it into it, but this was fun. I went to this basically a big fan expo cosplay thing where
Yeah, nice.
I had my Star Wars helmet and I was dressed up with Grogu and stuff like that.
Nice.
And that's a 3D printed helmet that I made. The Scout Trooper helmet.
Yeah.
This was a fun day though. But I think I got the tickets for free too, so it was pretty much just an adventure walking around.
That's cool. Yeah, I've never been to something like that before, but it seems like it'd be like, seems like everyone there is pretty much having a good time, and doesn't seem like an unfriendly type of place, I guess, eh?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure. Super busy though, like crazy crowds.
Yeah, I bet.
I think this was like the Friday or something, or Saturday or whatever, like the first day of the event. It wasn't super busy, but then I went back like the second day, and it was so like crowded that you could barely even move.
Oh, geez. Huh.
This was like the perfect day.
Yeah, man, that sounds like me working on Friday night at the club. I was like, there was a celebrity that was there, and like I'm like trying to get pictures, and I'm just like literally shoulder to shoulder squished with everybody, and I'm just like, it's never fun when it's like that, but
right, yeah. That was day one. This is day two, I think. Let's see if I can find like part of the crowds. Oh, this was talking to that guy. I don't see the crowd section in this. I don't know why it's not playing the video now.
Huh.
Let's see here.
Oh, that was like earlier this year, obviously, for the recap.
Yeah, this was February 18th.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't show the crowd as much in this video. I think this was still the first day. Yeah, this was the first day because they didn't even have like the place open for drinks. Like there was
really?
no lineups at the things yet. I was like, what the heck?
That's weird. Well, I guess it was a Friday. Was the first day?
I think so. Yeah.
So maybe like people are still working, or like.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, that one. So no go. February 25th. Went to a spot called Trees that I nicknamed it a long time ago. Basically, it's just a big line of trees.
Yeah.
This one's a lot of fun. Haven't been there in a while, actually, as well. But pretty cool spot to power loop the trees or just do nice tree cinematic lines like this.
Yeah.
We've been flying this spot probably at least for 5 years.
Oh, really?
No problems, and it's been like this the whole time.
Nobody ever bugs you or anything?
Nope. And it's like right near Hastings. Like it's right near the highway, right near the road.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's not far.
It looks more secluded than that, but.
Right. There's a bike path that runs along the side of the trees on the other side, just a little bit past those line into trees.
Ah, sweet.
The color is so bad on this; it's not even like color graded at all.
It's tough on on a day like that, especially when everything's kind of like brown and like one color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frick, the mountains in the back look pretty freaking beautiful though. Yeah, that's what I always found about like fall time when it's overcast and everything's already turned brown. It's like it does make it tough to make the footage kind of pop.
Totally. 25th. After that, March 5th, did some Cinna Beach action. This one was a lot of fun. This was hanging out with Falcon Rat again, doing some, just cruising at the beach.
Oh yeah.
I really like this one because of like the colors of the sky and like how like just chill it is.
Yeah.
Kind of the sky kind of looks like it's moving at a different pace.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. No, it looks nice. The little bit of blue and sort of the big puffy clouds definitely help a lot. Whoa.
Steve-O, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Steve-O.
Like here, this part right here gets real good. I like this part. Oh, yeah, it cuts out. Shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I should do some re-editing to this.
Yeah, it's always like that, right? You're like, you go look back at edits, and you're like, oh, I wish I did this. Oh, I wish I did that.
Yeah. This is filmed with my Cinelog 35 as well, too. So like,
oh, nice.
Getting like pretty confident flying it over the water and just like giving it.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that still Crossfire and analog?
Yep.
Obviously. Yep. Yep. Keeping close to shore, I see though.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm trying
not.
to keep.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, not here. I was like, I got to go see this barge.
Yeah, yeah. Like worst case scenario, just land on the barge and man, yeah. You know what? I haven't done a lot of over the water flying. A little bit. I'll test it out a little bit, but it still kind of freaks me out. Like I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. Then again, it's all about trusting your gear. Like
how far away I am with the shore.
Yeah. Were you sweating a bit on that one?
A little bit, but I was pretty confident with that build.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Crossfire is pretty reliable, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
totally.
Like I definitely trust Crossfire. I read something recently in the KISS Ultra Discord where Alexander Fedorov, like the creator of KISS Ultra, he was saying something about how V2 Crossfire apparently is potentially more stable than V3. I guess there have been some little tiny bugs and stuff in V3. Let's see if I can find it. Because I was actually curious about that myself. I was like, well, a weird thing was so I made this little wireless Crossfire adapter thing for my computer so I could do the sim, but I wouldn't have to use a USB cable.
Right.
And of course, the version of Crossfire TX that I got, it didn't work. It was too new to work with the old versions that my radio and my other quads were on. So then I updated my quad and my radio, and then or my quads and my radio, and then for some reason the latest version or something at that time only went up to V2 because of some bug, and like some Crossfire version had gotten pulled. So I was like, oh no, V2, da da da. And then there was an update, and I put it on V3, and it was fine again. But it's always like, oh, bigger number must be better.
Yeah. I ended up, I think it was just like last year where I changed everything to 50.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But that was
Like,
Brandon Bean's request.
what? I think you mean the Crossfire release thing?
Sorry?
You said up to 50, right? You're talking about
The 50 millihertz? Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, yep. Yeah, Brandon Beans, exactly. Everything had to be V3 because the new Crossfire, the new Nanos came with V3, exactly.
This is a spot that I might go later on today.
Oh, sweet.
It's definitely going to have a lot more snow on it.
Oh, yeah.
This is March 8th, I think this one says. March 9th.
Wow, that's a beauty spot, man. Huh. And then just those, just across the water, just some crazy snow-capped mountains.
Yeah, always across the water.
Yeah, you ever send it that way?
Which way? What?
Like, you ever send it across that way?
Oh, it's hard to fly. Like if you're talking about like ahead of me on that other part of the video there. Yeah, it's the train is definitely harder to fly to from where the line of sight is.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Once you get closer to that mountainside, like otherwise you're doing like 15, 20 kilometers to get there. If you get closer to the mountainside, like the other side of closer to like the bottom of the mountain, the elevation is so steep that you can't get a decent. You'd have to like literally just fly straight up.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
You can't actually. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of my slight issue in the location in Taiwan. I don't have like amazing line of sight there. It's not the worst, but I just have to climb a bit higher, or maybe just try and scope out a new spot to take off from. Oh, 8 kilometers.
This is a fun rip that I did at Provincial Park.
What do you mean? This is a local park. This is just your backyard. This isn't anything like that.
Right. But this was pretty nerve-wracking. But the lighting wasn't very good for the area I was flying. I wasn't super stoked on the HD footage.
Oh, really? Was it just
together at least?
Was it? I'm guessing you were flying around noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was like March 16th. And the footage was okay. It just didn't turn out as well as it could have.
Man, I find like going out around noon, it seems like the best because it's like, okay, you get up in the morning, you charge your packs, you have your food, you get your shit together, you go. But the lighting at high noon just never seems to be, I don't know. It's unless you have like a bunch of clouds in the sky, if it's just a clear day and it's high noon, it's, it's just so flat looking, but it still looks nice. But
this was it. See how white blown it is?
Oh yeah, all the snow is like super blown out. Yeah, on the tops, but yeah. Well, you know what I end up doing on days like this is, I don't know how you do your GoPro settings or not, but if it's a super bright day like this, but I don't want the highlights to get blown out, I'll use exposure compensation and put it to -0.3 so that it kind of protects those highlights a bit.
Right, right.
But then on other days, like it makes the footage too dark, so you have to really like figure out when to use it.
Totally. This is a great spot, though. I should go back there soon.
Yeah, that's freaking amazing, man. Like,
so this is the backside of Seymour Mountain. The resort, the ski resort.
Oh, sick.
It's like backcountry though for like anybody who's up there on the resort. But
yeah. But do people actually go and rip these hills?
I think I seen tracks one time, but like not very often.
Yeah, you'd have to
It'd
be
pretty
like
extreme, and there's no way back.
Yeah. Yeah, I always see those guys online that do like the hella skiing and hella snowboarding and stuff where they,
See more mountain, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh, Ram Donko, he said he never heard about Crossfire V3 before. I think it's been out for a bit now. I think V3's been around for a while. Yeah, when I plug in on my regular 5-inch quads, like it'll give me a little thing and be like Crossfire V3. It's I don't know like a ton about it, but I know that I see it when I plug in. You had to like check release notes and blah blah blah, all that fun stuff.
March 16th, March 18th, my birthday, we did a birthday chase with the Run Cam Thumb, and we did, I think, 3 people or 4 people this day. It was really cool.
Nice.
Can't remember. I don't remember this footage though. I'll have to watch it. I think they're chasing me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This was kind of a fun little rip.
Is this back at that same spot? This is like the home base spot almost, eh?
Yeah, that's that flight field in Coquitlam that we fly at a lot for testing and for fun.
Yeah, it seems like a great spot for. You can kind of just do whatever the hell you want.
Mm-hmm. I really like how the drones come in and out of frame sometimes like that.
Yeah, they just kind of like
swoop in and swoop past like that one.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Put that in slow motion or something.
Oh yeah. Do you shoot most of your stuff in like high frame rates or?
Not everything, but I think this Run Cam Thumb is in 30 or something when it comes stock, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But usually I use 60, but I'm also usually filming at like 4K minimum.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been with my I use Hero 11 Mini, and I just always shoot like the 5.3K. Unless it's low light, I just usually use like 30 or 60. In low light, I'll use like 24, but it's depends what kind of flying you're doing, right? I noticed that a lot of guys in the hobby actually complain about like 24 frames per second. They're like, it's too choppy, it's too this, it's too that. But I'm like, that's the film standard.
Right.
But then again, this is like an action sport, quote unquote. You could maybe say, maybe that's a stretch, but anything that's like sports or like stuff like that is usually like 30 or more. Or you'd want to less motion blur.
This is the very first time I got to fly this barn Bando. This was March 27th.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Smoky.
These guys were shooting guns, and they were like, "Yeah, you go right ahead as long as you don't fly over where we're shooting." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, as long as you don't shoot me."
Yeah, no shit.
I went out there and flew with them while they're shooting.
Yeah, that's a good thing to ask. Please don't shoot me.
Right. But so far, I've only taken Falcon Rad to this spot, and I'm really hoping to take like a big group of people here one day and getting some really good pilots here to fly and shit. Have a party.
Yeah, it looks like a fun place, man. Like And again, another place where it doesn't seem like anyone's going to be bothering you.
Yeah. 28 kilometers away from cell reception.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So bring your map or bring your GPS. It's funny. There's like a camper van in that in the barn, eh?
Yeah, the camper van's in the barn right now, and then in my newest Barndo video, the camper van is now outside and being smashed to shit.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? If that was your camper van and you were just, doing whatever the hell, that's actually not a bad spot to park it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's a big party place. Like they've had like huge raves there and stuff, and that camper van I think got left there and got destroyed at the party or something or whatever. But this place changes a lot. There's always like that huge garbage pile. It gets bigger and smaller over time.
Man, I
know
can see it.
Squamish Nation, so it's like it's native reserve land.
Oh,
basically.
true.
So
yeah.
like, yeah.
Kind of no holds bar, anything kind of goes out there, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, shit, man. Maybe one of these days I'll have to come out to BC and rip with you guys.
Hell yeah, you gotta.
That'd be sick.
Gotta
make it happen.
This is only 10 kilometers. No big deal.
Oh yeah, only 10. Yeah, it's like you wipe your ass with a 10-kilometer flight these days, I bet. Yeah.
This is where we went to fly yesterday, but had very shitty issues with our drones. It was a pain.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that at the beginning of that. Man, what was going on?
So I put all these new 3D printed mounts on my drone.
Yep.
And I thought I was being super cool and everything, and didn't check the wiring. And I guess a couple of wires came off.
Oh.
And I guess one day when I was sitting here stoned working on it, I soldered the camera signal wire to the wrong spot on the flight controller and didn't check. So I went to go fly yesterday and was like, oh no
video.
Something's wrong. Looked and noticed that my ground wire was actually disconnected from the flight controller from the VTX. So I was like, okay, it's got to be that. So I came home yesterday afternoon, like pretty much right after, and soldered it on, and I was like, shit, it's not working. Then I took apart another drone to take the camera out so I could like test another camera with it. Nope, still not working. I was like, that can't be the issue.
No.
When I was looking at the wiring diagram on the computer, and I was like, something's not right here. This video signal wire is not connected to the right spot. But I'm like second doubting myself because I've been flying this fucking drone forever and I don't remember ever moving that signal wire. So I'm like looking through all like the different versions of the flight controller, and I'm like, no, it can't be right. Like it's got to be this one. And then I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to change it. It's going to be a quick, easy solder solution. I switch it, change it, and it worked perfectly. I was like, fuck.
And you know what? So I've had kind of situations like that before, or like situations where I'm out flying and all of a sudden my camera just like fucked up on me, freestyling. So I'm bashing shit, right? But I always bring my, like, I won't go flying anymore without my little soldering iron. Because I spend all this time charging packs. Driving out to a spot, smash up my shit where my FPV camera, some of the wires got messed up on the back of it, and crashes. And I'm like, luckily I have my backup quad, but I don't really want to fly the backup quad. I still will fly the backup quad, but I have this little it's like the TS100. It's like the Secure SQ001. Just runs off lipos or if you have a power supply. But it's come in really handy actually in the field where I had to like swap a motor or just little fixes on the field.
This is footage from the Runcam thumb on the bottom of my 7-inch facing down.
Just like bird's eye view. Whoa. Oh, sick. Very cool, man.
I don't know. Is it though?
It's Mavic-ish. It's a little shaky, but it is a cool perspective.
This was raw. I could gyros, make it nice and stable, but I don't know, man. It's kind of weird.
It is. It's a weird perspective, especially when you're not. I feel like if you're making an edit, you could like, you know, chop a few little chunks of this into it, but definitely not for like a whole edit, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, man. Do you run all your stuff through like post stabilization usually?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just to make the lines straighter and stuff too, because sometimes you're fighting wind and you don't even know it in the video.
Yeah.
Right. You got to stabilize that little chunk. You can see the shadow of my drone on the left side.
On the left. Yeah. Yeah. So
See, I don't know.
When you fly,
maybe should this footage be flipped 180?
Yeah, for sure. Like, so that way it looks like you're going forward instead of backwards. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, you can do that.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, just like, wait a minute. Well, yeah, I was asking though. So when you record in your GoPro, then do you just do stave off then?
Yes.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Get the most field of view.
Yeah, so I don't know. This footage is weird.
It was a test, right? It was like you're trying it out.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense going down the mountain.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Right, let's see here. That's going up the mountain. Yeah, I don't know. That part looks fucking cool.
Yeah. I feel like if you find the right moments, it definitely looks pretty sick. It's a different perspective. Like it's a little bit, you know, it's not what you expect to see or what you're used to seeing, but I mean that's not a bad thing. Like those patterns in the snow are really cool. Like some of those like the wavy ones and these little chunks. Like, yeah, definitely cool.
Like you said, it's just a different weird perspective for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of trippy.
Well, you know what I like to do sometimes is like go up really high with my 5-inch quad, then look straight down and just like slowly like roll. And I swear every time I do it, I like feel like I'm gonna either like throw up or like it feels like a roller coaster. Like you send it up so fucking high, then you just literally dive straight down and slightly spin. It's yeah, that'll definitely make you feel a little weird. A little bit of vertigo.
Whoa, that's a trippy shot.
Oh, yeah. With all the trees and the green and the white. Yeah, that looks cool.
It looks like the trees are rolling by us, not like
yeah
going by us. They're like rolling.
What? Whoa. Yeah, the wide angle definitely makes it like, whoa, it's trippy.
I think I might puke.
Yeah, it's a little. Well, dude, you know what? A lot of my friends that I'll like send my drone videos to, they can't watch them, man. Just in general, like
yeah.
The wide angle, going so fast, things are kind of like, you know, if you're especially with freestyle videos, like I feel like the average person, like it almost like it makes them feel uncomfortable.
For sure.
It takes.
This was one of my favorite edits with a badass song.
That's a nice spot. Is this from the same time?
Yeah, this is the same time as that other stuff, March 29th.
Yeah.
And this is the spot we went to fly yesterday, but had little success.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't have this much snow on there, which is weird because March is later in the year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a pee break. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, no worries, man. Hey, Technique, what's going on, man? Yeah, we're just watching a little off access, ripping up the mountains as usual. Another nice mountain spot. Hey, Technique, you been doing any flying, man?
Hey, Technique, what's up, buddy? Just going through some of my footage, making a list of different videos that I want to use for a review for 2023. Because we're almost up. Got another month left.
I know, man. This year seems to have flown by. No pun intended on yeah, on the subject matter. Oh, nice. Learn to edit 4K vids. So
yeah, bro, level up.
either learning your limitations of your computer, or that seems to be usually the case. I remember when I first started editing 4K videos, I was like, oh, I have to wait a little longer. I guess I better get a better computer.
Yeah. It's the hard part. All right, so that's March 29th. I did that video.
Nice.
Definitely going to put some clips of that in there.
For sure.
Then I did the Mopax test flight. And April 12th was the next time I got to fly.
Oh.
And did some testing with a bunch of different drones at the time. Mopax being one of them from Rotor Village. They sent me. Let's see here. Any of the cool flight footage from it. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't think I'm going to use any of this footage. This is more of like, a review.
Yeah.
Than it is a flight.
Do you find when you... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, do you find when you try to use the DVR for like as an overlay in the video, every now and again you got to like slice some clips and like move it over so it stays on time?
Yeah, it's brutal. I can never get it to be perfect.
No, man, I feel like the DVR, like you use Fat Sharks, right?
Yeah.
Was it HDOs or HDO2s?
I have the Attitude V6s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the HDOs, and like it seems like every now and again, I don't think it's like a consistent frame rate on the DVR. I feel like it either drops some frames here or maybe like skips some frames and stuff. So then, yeah, it's always a bit of a pain, but.
Mm-hmm.
I do like to add the DVR in though, because like it lets people see what you see. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's one thing to post a sick edit, but if people see that you're flying analog, I feel like it's like more badass. and then like you get the digital guys that just hate, and then you're like, yeah, man, I'm still doing this shit on analog. Like, yeah, you almost get a little bit of like, I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm like proud to be flying analog, bro. I get a lot of digital snobs that are like, man, how do you do that? I'm like, man, I love analog. I will continue to fly analog.
For sure. A couple of my buddies, we went out for a boat ride. This was April 22nd.
Nice, nice.
A little bit of a vlog thing going on.
Yeah.
It was a pretty nice day, but it ended up raining by the time we got to where we were going.
Oh,
But
really?
before that, I captured some of this, which was kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the jet skis and stuff. Yeah, hitting the wake. Oh, man, that just the fog on the tops of those mountains in the back, such an epic backdrop.
Right. I might put some of this in there, actually, just for fun.
Yep. It's just GoPro footage, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it looks awesome.
All right, and then let's see anything else good out of that. I didn't really get to do any good long range that day. So the weather wasn't that good.
No doubt.
I think this is the day Falcon Rad and I went to Lillooet Park and flew some micros. Yeah, this is
Nice.
a little 2.5-inch drone, the Ditone Cube frame. I still have this thing. This thing rips. Little HD camera on it.
Yeah.
The old One Cam Swift Nano 3 or whatever it's called.
Oh, it's like the 2-in-1 thing, or?
Yeah, it's the HD 1080p one.
Yeah, yeah.
Single lens.
Single lens. Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the hybrid. Not the no. What was that one called? The Tarsier, and then there was another one. I think the hybrid or something like that, or hybrid 2 or something.
Yeah, where it does
like
like
a 4K one.
Oh, true. That's right. Yeah.
This one just comes with like Mobula 6 HD. So it's the same camera.
Cool.
Not the most stable footage, that's for sure, but that's what you get with one of these style cameras.
Oh yeah. Can't expect the world.
Nope. Not for everybody. And then I go a little more hardcore, and I actually rip Vantech with a 5-inch.
Oh, sick!
People that I actually can still freestyle and fly a 5-inch.
This is a sweet spot. It's a high school, is it, or?
Yeah, high school. Yeah, I think it's a college.
College.
Campus, I think.
Nice. Yeah, that little bridge is great for power loops. Looks like a couple little dives and.
Oh yeah.
Huh. Oh, sweet. Yeah, there's even like the gap in between the stairs too. Shit, that's fun. Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, I was gonna say, is he going for the power loop?
I do later, yeah. This is the first time I flew here with a 5-inch, so it was a little more power than I expected.
Yeah.
At this point.
A little bit intimidating because it's slightly close quarters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've flown a few school spots before, and yeah.
I'll try to do this one too.
Oh, nice. What's that little thing on the top left at the back there? Wait, hold on. Not this way. Oh. Go for it. Oh, there he goes. Nice. Oh.
Too high.
There you go. Oh, you got it though.
Yeah, way too high. I think this one is better. Yeah.
Man, you know what? I find myself these days really shooting my power loops to the moon. And like when I first learned power loops, I was doing them so tight that I crashed a few times. So now I feel like I'm just like, okay, I can just power loop a little further than I need to.
Right. That one was better.
There we go. That was a good one. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it looks like a fun spot, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's chill. There's a couple other gaps on the other side of the building too, but It's a little bit more closer to a park and people playing and stuff that day.
Yeah. Man, do you find like where you are, people don't really care too much about quads? Like people
No,
don't
they're
really
actually
bug
more
you?
interested than they are complaining.
Yeah, I
But
find
I
the
also
exact
don't
same
fly
thing.
in crazy spots where it's busy.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I haven't really had too many like negative. I haven't even had really any negative encounters. It's always like, oh man, that's so cool. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is that? Why is it so loud? And wow, it goes fast.
Well, this is me flying that little yellow plane
Oh,
in the
okay.
background there.
Line of sight.
I'm the shadow in the back in the middle, and this is my buddy
Oh,
Zinx.
I
That's
see.
flying. There's the plane here, and this is off grid. Everything right here. He came to
Nice.
visit one
Hey.
day. We took him flying. He's got a purple FPV World shirt.
Oh, does he? Nice.
Yeah. And he's trying to chase me with my little plane, but it was hard to get footage. I think he needed to change his camera angle a bit because he was trying to go chase, but he
too
wasn't.
fast.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if I got the footage from him from that day. Pretty fun little line of sight little video though. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I've never really done line of sight stuff, other than just little stuff on my 5-inch quads. But it seems like it'd be fun too. Like it's a different aspect, right?
Yeah, totally. April 30th. April 30th. I don't even know what this. Oh, this is that little park by my place. This park's pretty cool. I don't think I even did anything with this footage.
Oh, sick! Is that like a train thing?
Yeah, it's the Sky Train, and this is the Bando that's at
Oh
it.
shit!
That got torn down a while back.
Yeah. A lot of trees around. It looks pretty tight. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little community garden under the train tracks.
Oh, okay.
I've flown here for a lot, but mostly micros.
Oh yeah. 5 inches seems like it'd be a little tough in that area. At least, like you could do it, but it's a little tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't make a video out of this footage.
Huh.
Not everything gets into a video.
I feel like we all have stuff like that. Like there's a lot of, you know what? I've actually been slacking this year on posting on my YouTube. I'll go on my Facebook and I'll be like, oh, I posted this drone video. Like, oh shit, I didn't put it on my YouTube.
Right. Yeah, it's a cool little park.
Yeah.
Let's see, Small Yeet 3.5.
Nice.
This was actually a dope video. I got really close, clipping some stuff, I think.
Nice. Man, have you ever learned how to do Matty flips?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't do them very much. I don't do very much tricky stuff really a lot. I try to, but
it's tricky. Well, yeah, it's tricky because it's like you want to do it, but you also don't want to break all your stuff.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Joshua Bardwell is on right now.
Oh, is he? Oh. Are we invading his space?
Yeah.
Everybody come watch us. Don't watch Joshua Bardwell.
I got no questions for Joshua Bardwell.
No. I fly Kiss. I definitely have no questions for him.
Yeah, right? He has no answers for you.
Yeah. He did a couple videos on Kiss stuff, but I think he took some down as well. Yeah, around when Kiss Ultra came out, but it's not as the thing is not his content is for the general FPV public, whereas like Kiss is a very niche. Kiss Ultra is kind of more niche, I guess. So him making content for Kiss is, you know, he's everyone's watching his stuff is all on Betaflight, right? So
Yeah, totally. I like the beginning of that. I did a lot of like back and forth over this tall grass area, try to get as low as possible.
Little weed whacking.
Big time weed whacking.
Yeah, yeah. Get those dandelions out. You know, send them an invoice.
Send them an invoice.
They call me Marcel the Weed Man. I don't know if you remember back in Ontario, they have the guy, the Weed Man. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lawn care maintenance. Yeah.
I think we have the Weed Man out here as well.
That's pretty funny, and like that's been around for so long, pre-legalization and everything. But it was always like, Weed Man.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone was always like, what the heck? But pretty smart marketing, honestly.
That was a fun video. I did a flight at Pyroplastic Peak and made an AI video out of it. This was a lot of fucking cool video.
That looks insane. Well, we got the dragons.
This video got more views than my actual flight edit.
Oh, yeah, this could definitely get some attention. I could see that. That's incredible, man. Oh man, the dragon or whatever is just crazy. And like the mountain looks really cool too. If the mountain looks anything like how it looks in the AI version, that must have been a sick flight.
Dude, it was an amazing flight. I've only flown there once before. I was gonna fly there today, but the weather's not good.
Yeah. Oh, this is the same place that from the video before, right? The
No, this is the spot. This is 7 kilometers away, 14 kilometers total.
Wow.
Or 7-inch, sorry, I should say, yeah.
Can you, with the Rad Lion and you know the 6S2P setup, do you ever like are you mostly just cruising? Do you ever do like can you do intense dives with them? Probably not, right?
Not really. I mean, a lot of the long range flights here, I can't do big dives because of the distance and the line of sight. But
true.
Some of it you can. Yeah, it's just I try to
limited by
conserve
video,
my battery and not kill it. Yeah, I've done a couple dives, but nothing major. Not like people are doing.
Yeah,
Conrad does some crazy dives.
Yeah. Well, I guess a lipo would be better for that then, right?
The pullouts and stuff, maybe, yeah. But I mean, you can still do it with a Lion, depending on, the situation.
For sure, yeah. Because I remember when I was like, getting my sort of my first taste of mountain stuff in Taiwan, like the 5-inch, I was able to do like some little dives and I wasn't afraid, but yeah, and then there was video that was a problem because once I would go down, it would, video would just go to shit.
Yeah, totally. This is May 13th.
It's so cool. I love how rocky it is.
This is actually one of the mountains in our area that was an old volcano a long time ago.
Oh, wow.
And they say it's not going to erupt for another 1,000 years, though.
Damn. It's like
too bad, eh?
That's too bad for you. You set up the long range in the middle of an eruption. That'd be so sick.
That'd be crazy. You'd probably die in hours after that too, though.
Oh yeah, true. Like
the city in the world.
Well, you know what? Go out with a bang, see it with a great view, and then just let it take you out.
Totally.
I mean, you probably, man, if you got ran over with lava, you probably wouldn't be feeling much for very long. Like probably be one of the better ways to go. It's like you're going to be melted within like a second. Like,
yeah.
Well, then again, while it's on its way to you, you're going to feel that heat coming though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, man, I was actually, I don't know if I told you this, maybe I was talking to my other buddies about it, but I was driving to work a couple Fridays ago on the highway.
Here's my dive.
Oh, wow.
So you can only dive for so long, and then you have to like go back up.
True.
Right after that is when I turn back up to the air.
Oh, yeah. Why, just because video or?
Yeah, because line of sight, you would lose video signal if you dove any farther down.
Well, because you run your antenna sort of by your HD cam, right?
Yeah.
So
the hill would block it in the line of sight.
Exactly. Yeah. Huh. Remind me again, because you showed me this before, but the way that you mount your antenna, it's just a singularity, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just a long singularity.
But it's not like a super thin one, right? It's just like a normal one.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually today. Well, I think I said this already, but yeah, today I'm ordering motors. I'm going to order those F90 1300s. I'm going to get my F55 Pro 2 ESC. I'm going to grab my True RC antennas for my goggles, Singularity for the VTX, and barred pole antenna. And then I'm pretty much set for my long range. I'm going to start building it. Oh, and what I found out, because you know how with GPS and whatnot, sometimes it can take a bit to acquire sats at first on a cold start or whatever. I think we sort of spoke about this before.
Yep. Anytime you change like location, yep.
So I was, was it on? I don't remember if it was on the stream or whether it was in the Discord or whatever where it was, but if I wire my GPS up to either UARTs 1 or 3 on the KISS Ultra V2, I think it's 1 or 3, or maybe there's 2 different pads. So if I wire it up to that, those run 5 volt. So I could literally just plug in, a battery bank to my, to my flight controller and let it do its thing, get the GPS will acquire satellites. I won't have to worry about using my packs or anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Falconrad does.
So then that means I wouldn't even need to get, I
just use a basic battery. I just plug in like a 6S battery that I use on something else, like not the actual flight batteries that I use.
Yep.
For the GPS, and then that battery is usually like either my goggle battery or like a screen battery or a different battery. It doesn't even have to be a 6S. It just has to have power.
Yeah, anything that will. Yeah, fair enough.
He uses the CDB adapter thing. He just plugs into that yellow box thing.
Yep.
And that thing you can do like all your settings through and stuff while you're there doing it, and you can like screw around with stuff. Like he still plays around with settings a bunch.
Okay.
Once in a while, so like because like when he's testing like his return to home settings and shit.
Nice.
But, and he's always like he's got like 4 or 5 different, well, probably like 3 or 4 different long range drones.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, so, that using
just that little thing. Yeah, I mean, because I was looking at
$80 though. I don't know if I want to buy one.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. Like I was looking at the ViFly GPS mate that basically, it's a power source for the GPS, so you don't have to, use a battery or whatever when it's getting sats. Keeps the GPS always on, never loses power unless you switch it off. It recharges itself, and it also acts as a lost model buzzer. So so for that aspect, I feel like it would be kind of cool as a lost model. But then again, like if you're flying long range, like if it's lost, you're probably fucked a lot of the time, right? Like, sometimes. Yeah, depends how far you are. But then again, you're running GPS. You could see the last coordinates in your DVR, right? So then just use Google, hopefully. I don't know.
A big way to find your lost drone is to fly somewhere where there's lots of hiking trails nearby.
Yeah, true. Like almost map out your path so that it's easier in the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, man,
I did
like,
a flight here in Coquitlam, just on the opposite side of this air flight field. There's like another park, like a baseball diamond park type park.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's always dead, always quiet because it's like the high elevation. It's like way over there on the mountain.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I flew there one time with my 7-inch testing out a different drone. This was like a couple years ago, and the battery kind of like slid off or fell off somehow, like it wasn't strapped in properly or something.
Shit.
So the 6S 2P became a 1P, and because the battery like kind of like slipped, somehow it kind of like sent it sideways and like fail safed it.
Weird.
And ended up going into the bush, into the trees. But like I was saying, it was like it's right by a hiking trail. So like the next day, somebody posted on Facebook one of the posts, and my friends on Facebook messaged me the link to the post and got the drone back within like the next day.
Wow. Awesome. Fair enough. Yeah. Walking trails, someone will find it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good call. That's pretty smart.
This was my buddy Daryl's place here in Surrey. He's got a nice acreage area. Nice. And this is his place. We sometimes meet up there and fly, a bunch of us. This is super unsteady camera footage, but pretty dope ripping with the 3.5 inch.
Oh yeah. Man, how many drones do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. That's reasonable.
I have 2 Mobulas. One's a 6, one's a 7 technically. I have a 2.5 inch Diatone Cube. I have a 3.5 inch Small Yeet. I have the 5 inch Mopax. I have the 5 inch Skank Mutiny. And then I have the 7 inch Red Lion.
Nice. Yeah, I have 2 aliens, 2 apexes, and now a Rad Lion in the making. But the 2 of my aliens, I don't know. I don't know, man. My aliens are just like on the back burner. Like I'll probably never fly them again. I don't really have a reason to.
Right.
Because now I've got 2 apexes, so it's like I don't know. I mean, yeah. Let me see if I can grab it quick. Oh. It's like
Darksky.
Oh, strapped.
Boom.
What did I miss? Did I miss a crash?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I see that. Yeah.
This is like one of the first few times I got to fly this Zod Dart, and this is the first big crash. Boom! Right into the fence. It's not the
what was
best
that logo at the very beginning?
Hmm.
Oh, TBS. Okay. Yeah.
Team Black Sheep. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, so look at this. So this is the alien, right?
Yeah.
And then this is the apex. Like it's, I don't know if you can, let's see.
Oh yeah.
It's the apex is a lot more slammed.
Totally.
I don't know. But then again, like this is my first quad. I love my alien, man. It's so good. It's really good. But it's old now. The arms aren't quite as rigid as the apex. And actually, the last time I brought out the alien, I kind of bashed the shit out of it. I was like, okay, well, I'll bring my old quad because I went flying with these guys from Hamilton, and those guys always rip crazy freestyle spots. I'm like, okay, well, I do want to try some freestyle, but I'm not going to do it with my main babies.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like when I first got into flying FPV, I was like freestyle. All I do is freestyle and find the craziest bandos and blah 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 blah. And like I still enjoy that, but you know what? Like I haven't been doing it much this year, other than when I was in Taiwan, because we don't get a ton of crazy bandos. Like we might get some construction sites and like stuff like that, but it's never quite. I don't know. It's not quite on par with what I would want, I guess you could say. So now I'm more into the cruising, more into just kind of like enjoying the flights and.
Right. This video got more views than I ever expected a video to get.
Oh, really? So that's a little tiny one, right?
This is a Mobula 6.
Yeah. So
the smallest ones you can get, really.
Yeah.
And I'm flying outdoors like it's nothing.
Yeah, it looks like it's flying pretty good. I think that's basically the same thing that. So back in 2018, when I visited my buddy Jack in England, this was when I only ever flew like Mavics before. And he's like, I was just like in his place. He's like, here, try this out. He like set up the radio and it was like a little baby whoop like that. I couldn't do anything with it. I had the radio. All I could do was make it flop around on the ground. I didn't know how to fly acro. I was like, and then after that, I was like, well, screw this, man. Like, I can't do that. And then like, a couple years later, I'm like, okay, I actually want to do FPV because it's a lot more fun than Mavics, I would say.
Yeah, totally. I'm just ripping this thing.
Yeah, no. That's pretty fun. Yeah, I find myself every time I bring out the Mavic these days, I just get so bored.
Let's see if I can get another clip of it. Yeah, this is my favorite tree spot too. This is the circle tree spot. Sully Circle, I call it.
Huh?
Sullivan Park. So Sully Circle. It's funny.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, it's got little gaps and stuff you can kind of rip through.
Yeah, and it's a super quiet park. Pretty chill.
Nobody to bug you. Yeah. I feel like that's like a huge thing is like as long as you have a spot where no one's gonna bug you, that's like the best.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is fun. I had a spot like that for a bit, but actually no, not quite like this. But yeah, I had like a little opening in between a couple trees. That's pretty cool. You just kind of play around in there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dodge and straggle with the analog camera.
Oh yeah, those kind of spots. You're just ducking and dodging everything, yeah.
But yeah, this is probably one of my best flights I've done in a long time.
Huh. Just like ripping around, freestyling and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I can freestyle a lot better with a Mobula 6 because it's so small. You can do some smaller gaps. You can, really like push it different ways. And
yeah. I've never flown a tiny. It's a tiny whoop, basically, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've never flown a quad like that before, but yeah, it definitely seems like you'd be able to just like you can kind of get a little more ballsy with it.
And they're resilient too. Look how small it is.
Oh yeah, it weighs nothing. Like you could crash into someone's face and it wouldn't even hurt them.
Right.
I mean, they might feel it, but
yeah, that's not a big deal. Let's see here. June 24th. Oh, this was that 360 video that my buddy Kibby did when he was chasing my wing around.
Wing around the Rosie.
It's actually got a good song to it.
Oh, back. Yeah, this is definitely like the go-to spot, eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can you do much long range from there?
A little bit, but it's not really that big of a long range. More of a hill.
Yeah, true. Oh, nice little zoom in there.
Fuck, this vase is looking pretty dope.
Yeah, I feel like it's coming together, eh? It was just flat when we started this when I came in actually, yeah.
Yeah. And I so badly want to fly wing again. I gotta get another one built. Oh my god. All mine are dead right now.
Really? Oh shit. Yeah, that seems to be a huge trend with wings is like they're usually smashed into smithereens.
Well, they're easy to like fix that way, but the electronics, like, I just burnt out electronics recently, so.
Hmm. Yeah, that's not fun. You don't even need a flight controller for those, right? You just run like a PWM or something.
Yeah, these ones I just use PWMs. Cheaper that way.
Yeah. And what is this like a single servo then, or?
2 servos, right? For one
Yeah.
for each Galvatron, and then
Ah, yeah.
with the motor.
Yeah. Yeah, that song sounds chill, man.
I gotta get another wing built soon. Oh man.
Man, do you have any other hobbies outside of the RC stuff?
3D printing.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, shit. I didn't know what I was looking at. Fuck.
This is the footage copied into AI.
Oh my god. Don't watch that on mushrooms.
Chasing the White Rabbit is all I put in there. Alice in Wonderland.
Wow.
Acid Trip, I think I said. Acid Trip in Wonderland or something.
Dude. Fuck. Just sober, that looks crazy. Oh, that's too cool.
Welcome to the trip world, bro.
Yeah, no shit, eh?
Yeah. Let's see here. What else did I have lined up anywhere? 15th, 25th, June, July 1st. No. July 3rd. July 8th, I did this video.
Wild Whoop HD in the streets.
And this is with the Mobile 6 HD.
Oh, nice. With the longboarders. Yeah. Gotta have a little punk song for the skateboarding videos.
Totally.
What song is that?
Circle Jerks, I think. Wild in the Streets.
Okay. Oh yeah, Circle Jerks, yeah.
July 8th.
Yeah, you got to be careful of the wires and the trees at that spot, eh?
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like there's too much action other than the skateboarders there, so that's cool.
Not sure what this is. Oh yeah, I didn't make a video out of this stuff either.
Oh,
So this is Brownsville Park.
damn! What is that over there?
Nice big ass
Whoa.
bridge.
Yeah, that's obviously a car bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Patello Bridge they call it.
Oh
But the
man.
footage I got from there was so poop.
Oh really?
I think this is the only flight I got out of it. It was just like super shaky and like
Huh.
brutal.
Was it like a windy day? Well, it's probably windy down there every day, right?
Yeah, it was fairly windy. You could see it in the trees.
Yeah.
But there was like mad jello in the camera. You can see it.
Oh shoot! Is this that same camera? The
Run cam from, yeah, but it's on a on the 3.5 inch before I got it tuned.
Oh, okay. Man, do you have a lot of experience with PID tuning?
No, I usually just get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what do you do? Like PID toolbox or?
No, I just give the thing to Brandon Beans.
Oh, really? Just give him the
Yeah.
log and then.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I had last year. I had a really terrible experience trying to tune a quad, but the issue was the tune was fine initially. I didn't realize that I had a freaking partially cracked bottom plate.
Oh shit.
And yeah, like basically I was trying to tune out freaking like physical damage, which like doesn't really work that way. Doesn't work too well that way. And then I ended up with like the weirdest tune settings, but I was like beating my head against the wall just trying to get it to fly properly after, and like I was like, oh, and then I finally had like one bad crash, and I was like, oh, well, this plate is screwed, and no wonder it was flying like shit.
Yeah, fuck.
So, yeah, first case, or anytime something seems weird, before you go to software or tune or anything that's like whatever, always check for physical damage, check your hardware, check anything that's like, well, this is what I learned, check your quad over very well, because if it's a mechanical or it's a physical or hardware issue, software is only going to be a band-aid if you can even get it to work. So
totally, dude. Very much so.
Yeah. You can't tune out a freaking cracked arm. Well, maybe you can, but I don't want to have to.
Yeah, it'd be dumb. Yeah, it's a cool spot though, that's for sure. I definitely have to go back there again with a better tuned quad.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did with that video. That's really strange.
Let's see. I think I might bounce out of here, man. I got to get some food going and got some chores to run today. So.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, man.
Good to have you on. We'll talk to you
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Sounds good, buddy. All right, man. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm going to be wrapping it up here pretty quick as well, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Just going through a couple more videos here. This is from the mud race in August 20th. We'll probably use some of this good content raw from the folder. If you guys have checked that video out, it's been an awesome one. Kept the channel going pretty good. Let's see, August. Didn't do a lot of filming in August that made it anywhere. Let's go September. September, I went out to my niece's wedding and flew the Tiny Whoop around and the Synolog 35. That was pretty dope. Didn't get very good jello stabilization on this camera, so I didn't really like a lot of this footage, to be honest. But it was all right. Could have done better. September 30th was the big day where Falcon Rad and I went and did all those amazing Amicus flights, where I did all of those videos for the Choose Your Own Adventure stuff. So if you didn't get to check that out, check out those videos. And it was back September 30th, not long ago. October 28th, again, was just recent as well. Just past Barrier Proxy. And a couple other videos from there with the 5-inch drone. And then October 29th, did some flying out at the park. And that was the day I got hit in the head. This was back at that Sully's Circle spot. Really cool spot. Really dope flight. Pretty chill. It was a good day. And then November 9th was when I tested out the 3D printed RC boat. I 3D printed and built and did some rips with it, and then kind of lost it in the water, but didn't lose it, just all the parts died. And then yesterday we did some stuff at the mountain. Didn't really get, me personally, didn't get any flights in. Tested out the 3.5-inch drone and realized it needed some stabilization work. Had some issues with it, sounding really shitty. So decided that needed to come back home and get fixed. A lot of wobble. Talked to Brandon about it, got it fixed. Hopefully that will change things for the next time. Ended up capturing a little bit of footage here of Falcon Rad's drone flying away, which is kind of cool, I think. Oh yeah, it's coming to land. That's what it was doing. I'll send this footage over to him. Here it comes in. Boom. And launch. And go. And go. Nope. Okay. That's weird. Oh, it was... All right, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Tuesday, we have a new friend from Revelstoke Mountain. So check that out Tuesday. We'll see you guys next time. Be safe. Take care of yourselves.